parties. But in this case, like we said before, they just decided to erase the exact same settings that they did the last one, and we already begin, and we got a quick man sighting and a crash man sighting.
We're already firing up. Crashman, he's not resetting. I'm not sure he knows he can reset. Usually, when you're with hidden stage names, you can reset the stage because it's very long. But he doesn't seem to bother considering his Crashman stage. He can do it. He can surely do it with this randomization. While Tom picks the easy way out with Quick.
Yeah, it looks like, fortunately, this Crashman stage is actually one of the tamer-looking ones, but I definitely would like to come here with an item so you can skip riding these platforms that Blue Bomber is going through now. But luckily, there's not any gatekeeper enemies like shrimp or rabbits or any of that stuff. And even then, Burst Chaser could possibly allow you to bypass them completely and not have to worry about getting blocked climbing those ladders.
Yeah, not to mention these little elevators. You can skip a lot of them, and you're great with a free E-Tank. The difference is now, the biggest difference is now he's gonna go and do the boss with damage without an E-Tank, so it can be a little bit dangerous. While Tom is trying to hug wood. Or the opposite way around. I don't know which one it is. But yeah, Tom is having a little bit of trouble with this wood. Uses the iframes and destroys wood. Good job.
I did not clear out the tracker right now. Excuse me while I'm making things right, but we know that the Quickman stage has been done, and he did get item 1 for his trouble. So absolutely. We'll have that marked.
Quickman item 1, and we're going to wood with a no constancy legendary rendition of this song. And
yep. Good old Big Man 02.
Yep, Esperanto. And was that right?
No, that's actually Departure.
Oh, that's Departure. Excuse me. Yep, the other name. And Tom using Flash to great effect while Blue Bomber destroyed Metal Man in Crash Stage and didn't get an item. So not worth the trouble that much, but you know, you complete the hardest stage first, so let's go.
But I mean, looking a little clustered with these dollar store Metroids and the Crushers. Fortunately, the Crushers have been set in such a way that they can be destroyed. Blue Bomber getting some energy to help mitigate some of that beating that he took a little bit earlier. And now I'm about to go through the rest of Metal, while Casual Tom is literally just sprinting through the treehouse and about to go into Woodman's room and see what Robot Master is going in there.
Yep. Blue Bomber, meanwhile, Blue Bomber picking both E-Tanks and Quickman stage. It wasn't a big deal, mostly bats and shooters. And what are we gonna be greeted there? There's Crash, spammy Crash, not very spammy Crash. No, it's a tame Crash on the conveyor.
Casual Tom getting a little unlucky, seeing that this was a very Buster Strong Heatman. Tried to use Flash as a last-ditch effort to try to get some damage. Winds up finding out that this is the boss that actually refills energy with Flash. So wound up getting that 2 hit points back to him. But fortunately, Casual Tom still takes out Heatman in Metal, while Blue Bomber does take out the boss that was in Woodman. Didn't quite get to see it.
Yep, gets rewarded by item 3. Sadly, he had to use one of his E-Tanks on Crash, but you gotta do what you gotta do. It's an uncomfortable fight, Crash Metal and conveyor belt, and Casual Tom is meted by the Joe Army. All equipped with suits, some not, some with. And yeah, they're waiting for him. I mean, Burst Chaser skips everything. It's just so neat. And judging by this fanboy here, we're gonna have a lot of more fanboys down there. Yep, here we go. A fanboy Heatman section. That's very unpleasant, Burst Chaser or not.
Yeah, a stage that's full of hot air is never one of the ones that you want to see. Especially if this, but if this was like on normal speed, this probably would have been extremely annoying. But thanks to the burst chaser speed, you can pretty much just cancel out the wind physics that's trying to push you back.
Bloom Bomber getting quick work of, speaking of quick, man, these puns. Quick work of Bubble Man stage and meets quick while Tom eats a little bit of lava. Lava is not good for you, friend. Just he has no item, so that means he has to deal with the designed Yoku blocks. Yeah, due to the speed, we talked about this the last race. Due to the speed, you design the Yoku blocks, so the timings are different depending on what you do on that screen. Oh, it's very hard to do them on Burst Chaser without item 2.
Yeah, and La Blue Barn is about to deal with the insanity that is Heatman itself. Starting off, didn't get to see the first part of Heatman stage all that much. Finding out that both Tom and Blue Barn was dealing with the Jokano, which is what I like to call a full arsenal of Joes and Mecha Joes in the first of any part of Heatman stage, actually. Yeah, the Jokano army in full effect, Casual Tom making up for the misses earlier with the Yoku blocks and about to go into Heatman's room to find out what's going on in there.
Bloom overeats it. He was pretty damaged by the Jokados and just kissed the Fat Fan real quick. Not a big time loss considering he was on almost the same screen. Not gonna be a big dent in life situation because in Burst Chaser you get a lot of these things. It's okay. I'm pretty sure he's fine. Oh, he's searching for a weakness. It's very comfortable when you find the weakness for these walls because with Burst Chaser this can get really annoying. And Tom meets my favorite place where people visit all the pits, Airman. Another pit there. Yep, Tom, don't check all the pits, man. We know there's nothing down there.
Blue Bomber having a little bit of trouble trying to time those Joku block jumps. Finally winds up getting to that one, but he also doesn't have item 2, so he's gonna have to do these blocks legit as well. Meanwhile, Casual Tom is still kind of making nice with the locals down the pits below.
He's searching for a secret exit right now. My Mario fans will know what I'm talking about.
This ain't no Mario Maker where there's a dev exit. There is death in every single one of these pits.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad Airman stage, guys. It's just the no, it's not a bad Airman stage. It's just the speed. The speed can throw a lot of things off. When you don't stop pressing that right button, you will die really quick.
And it's pretty much the same about Blue Bombers here, trying to navigate through these Yoku blocks. The speed of the Burst Chaser is just messing with the timing of the Yoku block activations, and it's just making traversal really hard. That's why even for a stage like this, having item 2, even with a slower speed, to just skip these Yokus is such a boon. It's just unfortunate that none of them has it, and Blue Bomber is just dealing with the consequences, unfortunately.
Yeah, Tom makes it, and he's greeted by some basic master music. Is he prepared? Yes, he has item 1, so much faster climbing for him. I'm hoping that Blue Bomber. Yes.
There we go.
Yes, let's go. So,
go on ahead.
No, I was wondering what's the level difference. We have only half level difference, maybe more than half, but yeah, they're still very close. I think this is good for Blue Bomber. As I expected, he's faster in the second scene.
Well, he finally gets out of heat, taking out the airman in the Heatman room. Got his 4th down, and now he's about to go to Airman, where Casual Tom had a little bit of attachment to the pits below. We can see if Blue Bomber is able to make up a little bit of time, and any lack of deaths in this stage will catch Blue Bomber up immensely. And right now he's pretty much running through it cleanly, no pitfalls yet.
This is usually how you should do this airman stage. Take it slowly and make sure you're not scared of those big jumps. While Casual Tom destroys this metal man that we seen on Blue Bomber earlier, there are a few tricky jumps, like Blue Bomber. If you hold it a little bit, it's all fine. You won't die. There are no problems. But when you're going full throttle, like Tom, like things can go really wrong. You're risking, basically. You're giving it all. It's all in.
A little bit of a hiccup on Blue Bomber's end, but we do see that Blue Bomber does make it to the Airman boss room on time, where he about to face his Robot Master, which is Flash, who's pretty jumpy, a speedy little boy, small jumps, but still able to take him out very swiftly. And that's pretty much right now 5-5 with Robot Masters down as he goes to Quickman stage, which is a pretty short stage in his own right.
Oh yeah, Quickman stage chosen by Blue Bomber right now. This should be a breather for him. Usually not a big deal. If all the lasers go in your way, they don't go in mine, but I'm pretty sure he will be fine. If all the lasers go in your way, you're good to go. We need... Was that Bubble?
I think that was Bubble on Bubble violence.
Yeah, that was deleted. I saw a few bubbles in different directions. Alright. That was nice.
I'm pretty sure I saw him get the item, but I did not catch the number. Was it 2 or 3?
Not sure. Absolutely not sure. But judging by what Bomber has, it has to be 2.
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll see it eventually, and I'll mark it as such. Meanwhile, we got Blue Bomber about to go into the Quickman boss room, where I believe it was Wood that was awaiting.
Yes, exactly. Wood that will jump straight in the middle.
And a quick weakness find on Blue Bomber's end. Finding that crash bombs is the weapon of choice to defeat Woodman very swiftly, and winds up getting his item 1 for extra measure. Absolutely
destroyed Woodman. It's one of the great weaknesses against Woodman. While Tom is fighting this tame Crashman, we might actually use the E-Tank here. We'll get to see if Tom can manage. Yep, Tom manages to save that E-Tank. One of the great weaknesses against Wood is Crash, because if it is exploding Crash, it collides with the shields, explodes, and just deletes Woodman like that.
Alright, so we got Casual Tom on his last Robot Master. From what we're looking at, is Bubble. This should be a pretty swift stage, assuming that Casual Tom can keep his control in the underwater section. Once again, it's a tight area where there's low-hanging spikes. Any kind of rash movement or any kind of oversensitive jump can pretty much spell doom in this stage. So it's not a stage definitely not to be slept on, especially in a zipless format like this.
Yeah, this and Wily 3 are usually in. Blue Bomber using the horizontal weakness. Bubble, if you're not on the same horizontal plane as Bubble, you can abuse any vertical or diagonal weapons and kill Bubble without even a sweat. And yeah, we talked about this before. Bubble is really tricky with Bush Chaser, and these monkeys, man, they are nothing. It's so pleasant to watch this.
Casual Tom takes out that Quickman, and Casual Tom is the first one yet again to reach Dr. Wily's lair. Well, hang on, I'm being a little ahead of myself. Do we actually have Dr. Wily? No, we got a Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario turning heel yet again. So we gotta prevent him from spreading all those viruses across the world. And confound it, Charlie boy. Oh, shoutouts to Stone Cold Steve Austin. But aside from that, we got one more dragon to do guesses on. So, of course, everyone, you know the deal. Guess that coloring weakness.
It's coloring weakness. Oh, I think it's your time, Craig.
Oh, yes, it is actually. Yeah, we're gonna go true blue. Aside from my monochrome, I love to go true blue. So, blue dragon with buster weakness.
Okay, let's do a normal dragon. Imagine a normal dragon in Mega Man 2. That's what I want. Weak to Bubble. The Bubble seems good, or at least seemed good to me in this seed, so why not Bubble? And if we can put some glasses on, that would be nice.
Oh boy, we got some Joe Mech blockers on this particular Wily climb. Yeah, Wily 1, specifically this ladder climb, can be really dangerous with randomized enemies. If you get like squirrel makers, Joe Mechs, rabbits, anything that can pretty much reach that ladder, you pretty much hoping that, oh boy, Oats alien again.
This is definitely not my perception of a normal dragon, man. But yeah, we got an Oats blue dragon, whoever guessed blue. Yeah, you got this, man. You got the free bubble gum. Tom gets hit, tries bubble, it's not bubble too, and it's not quick. It's heat. Heat did something? Or
it looked like it.
Yeah. Heat, and this is metal, right? Yeah, this is metal.
Pretty sure he didn't do anything. It didn't look like it, but regardless of the matter, we did find metal as one of the weaknesses. If he did the full page 1, Crash possibly could be the other weakness.
I don't know, man. The flashing tricks me.
Yeah, the sprite flicker can really just mess with the eyes. I don't blame you. And he's skipping the area with the E-tank.
Now this area is only faster if you don't have item 2. So if you don't want to refill item 2, you can do the zip and go to this area. Otherwise, this is just an unusual walk. You actually lose a lot of time here. Regardless, he's through. He's going through. Maybe he grabbed that ladder or some mistake happened. He's through. He's going through the hallway full of rabbits. While Blue Bomber, much close this time around, he's next to a dragon. He's on that particular screen that Creed talked about. Can be a little bit tricky. He manages to kill the Met. No, not the Met. The armor with a bubble and continues on with the dragon.
Alright, what Picos we getting? It starts out normal, but it stays normal. So no Inviso Picos this race right now.
Yeah, we found Crash, but that's not good. Oh, in it, Buster. How many? 3? 4 shots. 4-shot Buster. Nice.
Blue Bomber continues to search for weaknesses. Okay, let's double check that heat. Yeah, he didn't do anything. If he does the full thing, I'm definitely thinking Crash was the other weakness.
You're probably right, man. I just don't see it. But holding on. Still holding on. Let's go. Seems that this metal is very picky since you can only shoot one at a time. And that's very annoying on the dragon.
Okay, so we got Casual Tom taking care of the Pico units. Now about to go to Wally 3. Once again, Wally 3, pretty simple stage. It's just that one drop that can be very nasty under burst chaser conditions. Oh, okay. So, pretty sure he's gonna pause buffer and reset his speed to make sure that he has enough control. Oh, he tried to go for it. So much for my assumptions.
That's a reset on that penguin stage. That's a reset, definitely. Yeah, this is the burst chaser trial here. Like, can you control your character or not? This is the make or break. if you die somewhere, you're almost guaranteed to be here.
Well, Casual Tom was able to do it on the second go. About to go through the final stretches before he takes on the Guts tank. Meanwhile, Blue Bomber is just a few screens away from the Pico fight, who is definitely much tolerable than some of the Picos that we've seen throughout this tournament.
Oh yeah, we're seeing a lot of torture in the past. Yeah, in the past race. So, and this is the dream here. We got a Buster Pico and a Buster Goods Dozer following. Blue Bomber decides to stick with this double shot crash, and now he's searching for something else, which is out of energy very soon, and finds Leaf, which is double shot as well. These weaknesses are not really good. He may resort to something else soon.
Yeah, this is one of those times that you definitely want to search. If you don't search God weaknesses first, always at least check the Buster once in case that a Wily boss has a chance to be weak towards it. Wisely popped in that E-tank, so he's able to survive.
Oh yeah, he does one shot. He is not fond of checking Buster first, I'm gonna assume, but finding heat one shot is still good.
Yeah, the ammo consumption actually is really good, so it definitely would have had at least half energy if he used it from start to finish. Heat definitely probably was the recommended weapon to go for this particular Pico fight.
What is Tom mated with here? Oh, one of the Thunder God guys. Okay, the Thunder Lords. Alright, not very difficult spike screens, and yeah, this jump is very legendary. Skip everything and Burst Chaser.
Alright, Blue Bomber going for the drop. Oh boy! He's literally hugging that spike. Alright, he's widely using the pause buffer. Very smart move. If you don't think you can control the pure drop, always pause buffer to reset that speed. It's better to. Oh, but he couldn't handle that extra bit of speed walking down that little gap. But fortunately, you got that checkpoint right there, so it's not too much time lost, but that's still a death.
Yeah, it's gently on the D-pad, but that's also a fault of Burst Chaser. You will never hit that spike. Even if you try in the vanilla, it's impossible. That's just Burst Chaser. So, yeah, normally people are not aware of this stuff until they actually eat a spike or two. And Tom found that Buster is the weakness of the Boolean, so not a big deal, ammo-wise.
If Common Sin was here, he'd be foaming at the mouth right now.
Yeah, this seed was very generous on the Buster now, really.
Yeah, but to counteract things, there is bubble walls. Bubbles being the worst weakness for walls because the hitboxes for the bubbles are so wonky. You'll very more than likely miss a bubble shy rather than actually hit. It's not a fun thing to find for walls. Regardless of the matter, Casual Tom still makes short work of the boobies and is now on towards the refights once again with a pretty significant advantage.
Yeah, man. I think everybody that loves Mega Man knows that Bubble is the most legendary weapon ever created. A very close followed by Spark Shot in Mega Man 3. That is also shockingly good weapon. Pun intended. But yeah, Tom is making quick work of these refights already. And Blue Bomber is actually surprisingly fast sticking to Tom. Like, he's really, for a new runner, not behind at all. Like, this is amazing.
He's not too far behind. I would probably say he's probably about three quarters of a stage behind Tom at this point. But it's one of those situations where Casual Tom has such a deep stranglehold on the lead. It's very hard to assume that Casual Tom can lose at this point.
Yeah, Tom has a high grip on this race. It really needs something to happen to get an equalizer here. Regardless, both are trying their best, and right now, Blue Bomber is searching. I believe he found this bubble, yes. He manages to find Bubble, and now it will test for prefer to clean the room. No, it will test for weakness for the booby.
He does finally come across Buster. But yeah, as someone in chat, Charlie Boy no less, pointed it out, one of the interesting things about Bird Chaser is that the Buster speed has increased, so there is a definite chance that you can actually just have a shot go completely through the boo beams and not take damage at all. So you pretty much just gotta continue to mash and hope that it hits at some point.
Yes, that is the velocity change of Burst Chaser. Even the hitbox is not changed, it's just the velocity, the speed. And we found air for the machine first time. Now we're trying bubble. Bubble is not working. Our machine is pretty durable. I have to agree. And Quick Man sweeping work, so he destroys the machine really, really quick.
Uh-oh.
Well, Blue Bomber in trouble. Oh man!
I was hoping he'd just continue to pause bumper before he actually gets shot. Once again, even though this Bird Chaser is still playing Mega Man 2, you cannot pause while a weapon is out.
Yeah, if he shoot that bubble or air or anything flying, you can press that button. It just doesn't work. And meanwhile, Tom is greeted by this. What is it? Oh, again.
Back-to-back Oats alien.
Yeah, that's Frankenstein's monster. What are you weak to? Not Buster, not air. I don't think that would work. Bubble doesn't work. And it's quick. Is it? Yep. Yep, so we got a quick alien also. So Quick and Buster actually the MVPs of both races. GG's Casual Tom.
Yep, that's it. Casual Tom finishes the match 2-0 and finishes the second race with official racetime.gg time of 26:48. GG's to both our runners.
As much as I want to say I enjoyed this, I do want more. Bird Chaser always gives you this feeling that things are way too short. Like, you really want to see more of this because kind of like 26 minutes, this is kind of like watching Cool Kid makes practice on Mega Man 2. Like, this is really, really short. But yeah, good effort from both of them. Like I expected, Blue Bomber did much better the second time around.
Oh yeah, Blue Bomber definitely improved compared to the first seed. He was actually a pretty decent ways behind, probably about a good stage before then. But it looks like, sadly, we do have an official forfeit from Blue Bomber, who decides that the writing has officially been written on the walls, as Casual Tom does, as mentioned before, 2-0's Blue Bomber. So it's seriously it was still a good attempt all around. Definitely a better attempt than the second race as opposed to the first. It just, once again, you're dealing with someone as strong in the randomizer as Casual Tom.
Speaking of Tom, I think he joined us here.
I'm here.
Did he? Yeah, Tom. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. You did very well. What did you find in these races? We were talking with Creed that these were but not particularly hot. They were tame compared to earlier tonight. Like earlier tonight's, they were amazingly hard. You guys get definitely the easier pick.
Yeah, I mean, the first seed was really kind, I felt. And the second one, it wasn't bad either. It's just I had some issues at times. I don't know what it was, but some kind of mental block with a couple of those setups. And that, Wily 3 spike drop, I wanted to try it without the pause buffer once or twice. That's risky. Usually I do like 1, maybe 2 at the most.
Hey, we have Blue Bomber 2 over here. Hey, what's up, buddy? How did you like the races?
Oh, I like the races and everything. I like Burst Chaser just controlling myself half the time.
That's basically what Burst Chaser is all about. What can we tell you about your races? What happened there?
Well, the first race, I did not mean to do that small little zip. That was just an accident, just trying to maneuver. As for just some mistiming inputs and everything else, just a lot of misplacing myself for early deaths that killed the first race. The second race felt a lot better, minus the 70 seconds I spent on Yoku blocks and Heatman. But other than that, I felt like my movement was really good. It's just I don't have a set pattern. I don't like, oh, I'm gonna go up, down, left, right. I just kind of pick the one that I want to for Robot Masters.
Exactly. If we had a set pattern, that wouldn't be hidden stage names, right? So yeah, hidden stage names. You do what you gotta do. You pick something, you get the short end sometimes. That's all. About the Yokus, man, they design because of the speed. It's not your fault. They just design because of the speed of Burst Chaser. So you did very, very well. Especially the second seed, you definitely did much, much, much better.
I didn't game over, at least. That's a good thing.
That's always a plus.
You
I
did
almost
exceptionally well. Tom actually checked every possible pit and airman stage, so there goes that.
They're all working as intended.
Yes. No dev exits.
Now, maybe I should actually just, for the next race that I do, just be like, okay, next just go left first, then go right on whatever screen it is, and just don't even care. Don't even be like, oh, I'm going to try to do everything in this random order and confuse myself.
Well,
Yeah,
what I
let
would
me-
recommend is... Oh, sorry.
The pro strat, man. There is a pro strat. Just if you both agree, you can just pick the first stage, see if it's a bad stage for you, and reset and pick another stage. You can actually do that. You're just taking the time loss, like 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds, whatever, and check another stage. That's what usually hidden stage name was back in the day, found by another runner. Crab Cakes, she started to do this, and everybody else followed.
Yeah, that is an option to do if hidden is on and everything else. I should have considered that, but I just kind of saw Crash at the beginning of the second seed, and I just went, you know what? I have a good feeling.
Sometimes
And
you just gotta, sometimes you gotta take that roll of the dice. Sometimes those stages can have that one item that can pretty much just be the balance tipper between a race win and a race loss. So I don't blame you for at least taking the gamble for it.
Yeah, it felt like Crashman on the second stage had a very easier enemy setup with a lot weaker enemies. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna be 2 minutes in, probably after the first boss. But if it has an item and it's item 1, that's the gamble payoff that I was kind of like looking for, which that wasn't it, unfortunately.
Those are the ticks of the random, man. You just kind of gamble. Like, this is good, this better works, this is gonna work, I pray this works. And when it works, the feeling is actually really good. Like, not always, most of the time actually it doesn't, but you always pray and you always have this RNG pray that it will work, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I raced Tom last year in the mini tournament, and it was a close match as well there, too. I was behind about 3 minutes for that one, I think.
Yeah, I remember we raced one of the mini tournaments. Was that 2021, maybe?
Yeah, it was a whole year ago. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think
No,
it
thanks
was
for staying in the community. So.
yeah, it was Graham Boone's brainchild. That was a mini tournament. We were all there. I don't remember if Creed was there. Maybe he was. But yeah, it was a one-day thing. Yeah, it was very nice.
All right, so we're looking at the challenge to see where our runners are going to be heading up in the next matches. You, Blue Bomber, you're going to be facing off against our tournament organizer, Charlie Boy, in the round one section of the lower bracket, our win harder bracket. So that's something you're going to have to look forward to. Meanwhile, Casual Tom, you and I got a date. You and I got a
I'm
date
looking
soon.
forward to that.
GG, I'm
Alright.
sinking with this ship.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You better not stand between these two. These two are gonna have it. and they're gonna have it really good. And I'm gonna make sure they have it. Yeah, they are gonna have a great battle. Pretty sure. Battle of the Busters.
I
Yeah,
have a
those
prediction
two.
that Tom's gonna win, and then Creed's gonna come all the way through losers and cause a reset upset.
You give me too much credit.
Like whatever you say now, if you're a fan of Casual Tom or Creed, they both are gonna like shut you down because they both don't believe they're good. They're actually very good at this game.
That's quite the compliment, especially coming from you. I greatly appreciate that. But no, you guys both, Creed and you Prodigy as well. You're Mega Man players, racers, runners that I greatly admire. So it means a lot coming from you guys. Greatly appreciate hearing that. And I speak the truth, so I look forward to it. I'm hoping that it'll be a great race to watch for everyone. And can't wait. Excited.
Well, I hope you guys had fun. I wish you all the best, Blue Bomber. And the lower bracket, I think you can knock a few heads off. Seriously. Like, if you play like that, you can knock off a few faces off. I assure you. And LV Creed and
I believe
Tom, man, yeah, LV Creed and Tom, guys, you better bring up the big guns because I'm getting worried here. Like seeing some of you playing game worried, I'm like so out of practice.
Well, I mean, like I consider myself pretty evenly matched with Charlie, and Creed made it through Charlie. I still gotta watch that race, but yeah, it's I gotta come correct. That's all I can say. We'll see how I do, I guess.
Yeah, LV Creed's gonna kick your ass, Tom. That's what's gonna happen.
Most likely.
Nah, we gonna any given race, Prodigy. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm not gonna make it easy on you, Tom, and I'm sure you're not gonna do the same for me. I won't expect anything less.
Yeah, just give me all you got. Let's just make entertainment. That's what it's all about.
Darn
All it
straight.
is.
Save the children.
Those fighting words. We're gonna have to save you, Tom, after the next race. Oh man.
But yeah,
It's double elimination. Remember.
Yes, I know.
But any final words before we wrap this up here? Casual Tom and Blue Bomber, any last words?
You can go first, Tom.
Sure, thanks. I just wanted to say earlier when we were talking about like noping out of stages and hidden stage names, my suggestion is always just have a direction that you always go first, just so when you reset, you remember, wait, where did I just go? Like for me, I just go like down, and I wouldn't recommend like diagonals. Sometimes they don't always register. So just something to think about, in case you're doing hidden stage names. Have an intention of which stage to go to first, just so you do resets and then keep track of it.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind from the next tournament. I'll probably just go left first every single time, like good adventurers do. But good luck to you, Tom, in the future.
You too, thank you.
I hope you beat Creed, and then I hope Creed just goes through the losers bracket and beats everybody.
Creed, they really want you to suffer, man. Suffer the whole losers bracket.
It is what it is. I ain't gonna make anybody's life easy.
But hey, that was me in 2021. I got knocked to losers bracket by Mega Kyle right away, and I worked my way all the way up to runner up. So from the losers. So
yeah, anything is possible.
Yeah, everything's possible. That's true. It's a randomizer.
Until you get to the finals, then reality kicks in.
I'm gonna get kicked out really soon. The guy that's gonna kick us all is here. And it's gonna happen really soon. Don't worry.
I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
All right, to keep everyone abreast on upcoming matches for this tournament, we do have one on August 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Prodigy and Siberian Bull 9. That is a second round winners bracket matchup. Meanwhile, we got Kame Senin and Zexes that's going to be happening on August 5th at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight, which is another round one lower bracket matchup. So that's going to be an elimination match. One of those two will be going home, sadly, but we're hoping to see a good show from both our runners in that case. Of course, Charlie Boy did. Thank you, Charlie Boy, who is our organizer for this event, who sent out all the links relating to the Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament in the chat. So follow those links to get all the information and updates regarding of future Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament matches. So, of course, special thanks to Speed Gaming for allowing us to once again hold this tournament for yet another year. Follow the Speed Gaming network of channels for all the tournament action, amongst other events that are happening throughout those channels. So, to close things out, this is for Blue Bomber, Casual Tom, my co-host Prodigy. Say a few words before we head out.
No, guys, I wish you all the best, and that's all I want to say to you. GG's to everybody, like Creed mentions. No need to repeat everything. Thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for being a part of this. We really like the randomizer, and why not join and try your luck? I mean, it's all luck. At the end, it's all luck. This is not a grind fest. We just have fun. And yeah, the more you know, the better you become. It's like every game. So come, join, and have fun, and probably you will kick some ass. With that said, yeah. Thanks for everything, and thanks for being a part of this.
Indeed, and with that, this is LV Creed signing out. See you at the next tournament race. So we'll see you later.